Coming down into a comfortable seated position, we're going to start with opening up through the neck. So drawing the chin down to the chest, right ear to right shoulder, looking to the sky, left ear to left shoulder, chin to chest. So just moving through a few of these, just nice and slowly. And now going the other way, so left ear to left shoulder, looking up to the sky, right ear to right shoulder, and chin down to chest. One more here. Really nice, slow, intentional movement. Bringing the head back to a neutral position, bringing your hands onto the shoulders, just coming into some shoulder rolls. So drawing some big circles with those elbows, round and back. Up, round and back. 3 more in this direction and then we'll change direction. And reverse, so bringing them up and over. Nice and gently warming up. Lovely. Then we're going to inhale, reaching the hands up above the head, really drawing through the fingertips and trying to keep that tailbone tucked, so avoid arching through the spine. As you lift up, really keep that tailbone tucked nice and tall. Inhale, we're going to reach the fingers. Exhale, drawing the left hand down to the mat. Bringing the top arm up and over and just coming through a gentle stretch through that side of the body. Nice big inhale. And exhale. Inhale, reach the arm up, bring the other hand to me. Again, reaching tall through the fingertips and then gently lowering the right hand to the ground, reaching up and over with that top arm. And a nice stretch through the side of the body. Inhale. And exhale. Inhale, reach the arm up, draw the other hand to me, and again, really reaching through those fingertips, reach, reach, reach. Nice big inhale at the top, and exhale, release both hands down. Beautiful. Coming up onto our hands and knees now. We're going to come into some deeper spinal stretches. So rounding through the back, chin to chest as we drop the head, pushing the hands away from the ground. And as we exhale, arch the spine, looking up, pushing away from the ground. Round the back, drop the head, chin to chest as we push away. And exhale, arch the spine and looking through, just flowing through this at a pace that feels comfortable for you as you just slowly wake up all the muscles through the entire back and spine. Nice, slow, intentional movement and intentional breath. One more here. Coming into a neutral spine now, we're going to open through the shoulders. So planting through the left hand, we're going to inhale, peel the right hand up away from the mat towards the sky as high as we can reach here. As we exhale, we're going to bend, coming through this gap on the left side of the body, drawing that right shoulder down to the ground and extending that right arm. Nice big inhale breath here. And exhale. Inhale, reaching tall towards the sky, straight up. And exhale, bending through, moving a little bit quicker this time. And we'll do 2 more here. So inhale, reach. Exhale through. And 1 more on this side. Inhale, reach. Nice and tall. And exhale, bringing that hand back to mat. So going straight into that on the other side. So keeping the right hand planted to the ground this time. Inhale, peeling up with that left, reaching as tall as we can. Exhale, take a bend in that arm, weaving it through the opposite side, drawing that left shoulder down to the ground. Exhale. Nice big inhale breath here. And exhale. Inhale, reaching up nice and tall. And exhale, weaving through. Moving a little bit quicker as we move through these. Inhale, reach open through the chest and the shoulder and the lower back. Exhale. And one more here. Inhale, reach nice and tall. Exhale, draw that hand to the mat. We're going to come into some extended spinal stretch now. So inhale, draw the bum back towards the heels, stretching through the hands through the mat. As we inhale, we're going to round through the back, one vertebrae at a time, rolling forward with the hips, opening through the chest as we lower down to the ground, all the way. Nice big inhale breath as we then push up through the hips, pushing back towards our extended stretch. Inhale, round through the back. One, like really slowly through every vertebrae. Open up through the hips and the chest as we gently lower to the ground. And roll through the spine, through the neck. Chin to chest as we push up, hips come up. Pushing the hips back into our extended stretch. One more here, slowly round through the spine. Really nice and intentional. Open through those hips. Open through the chest as we lower down to the ground. Chin to chest as we continue, roll up and back. Back, bum to hip. Lovely. Just taking one big breath here. Inhale. And exhale. And then gently bring the hands closer to the shoulders. And slowly chin to chest as we roll one vertebrae at a time up through the spine. Lovely. Now coming into a seated position with our legs extended in front of us now. We're going to flex through the feet here, keeping the chest nice and tall. Bringing our right knee, bending through and bringing our foot onto the inside of our left thigh. Inhale as we reach up nice and tall. Again, remember, try not to arch the back as we lift up. We want to keep that pelvis tucked under, core nice and tight. And as we exhale, we're just going to gently fold forward to that left leg. Hands come to the mat wherever comfortable. They may need to be a bit closer, they may need to be a bit further away. And as we inhale, we're going to come onto the tips of our fingers, lift the chest. And as we exhale, we're just going to deepen that stretch, trying to draw our chest to our leg. So inhale onto the tips of our fingers. Exhale, gently drawing down. Just doing two more here. Inhale, reaching tall. Exhale, drawing that chest down. And on this last one, we're just going to hold down into this stretch. So as we exhale, maybe we can bring our hands a little bit further forward, keeping that chin to chest to keep a nice elongated spine. Nice few breaths here. Inhale and exhale. And then coming up, we're going to bring this right knee in towards the chest. And we're going to come into a little spinal stretch. So inhale, reaching our left arm round the right leg, just to give it that little hug. Bringing our right hand behind. We're going to inhale, lift nice and tall through the spine. And exhale, we're just going to twist, looking over this right shoulder. Nice big breath. Inhale, thinking tall spine. Thinking strong shoulder. And exhale. And gently release. Then we're going to bring our right leg in front. We're going to repeat that on the opposite side. So bending through our left leg, bringing that left foot into a comfortable place on the inside of the right thigh. Inhale, arms come up nice and tall. Again, thinking that reaching tall, but keeping that core nice and tucked, that pelvis tucked. And as we exhale, we're going to lead with the chest coming forward. Draw the hands down wherever comfortable in your stretch here. And then as we inhale, coming up onto the fingertips, lifting the chest. Exhale, draw that chest down to the ground. Inhale, lift. Exhale, draw down. Just 2 more here, really intentionally moving here. Exhale, draw that chest down. Maybe the hands can come forward a little bit more, maybe they need to come a bit further back. Nice big breath, inhale. And exhale, making sure to keep that chin to chest, to keep a nice long straight spine all the way to the top of the head. And gently lifting up, we're going to bring that left knee in, hugging our right arm around the left knee, bringing our left hand behind. Inhale, reach nice and tall through that spine, and exhale, looking over our left shoulder for a nice deep spinal twist here. Nice big breaths. And gently exhale and gently release. Lovely. Coming down to our backs now. So keeping our knees bent, we're just going to gently roll one vertebrae at a time down onto our backs. Bringing our heels just slightly closer to our bottoms here. Nice grounding position. As you inhale, we're going to bring our right ankle up onto the top of our left knee here in this stretched position. Bringing our hands through the gap, we're going to lift our left leg, and if we can, we're just going to gently grab around the back of our left thigh. As we inhale, we're just going to gently draw our left knee closer to our chest, just ever so slightly, and we should feel a nice deep stretch through the back of the right thigh, trying to avoid this right knee coming too far forward. We want to keep that nice right angle here. Inhale and exhale. Maybe you feel you can come a bit closer in that stretch. Maybe here is just absolutely enough. One more breath, inhale and exhale. Gently bringing that left foot back to the ground, followed by the right, and then doing that on our opposite side. So bending through our left knee, bringing our left ankle onto the top of our right knee, drawing our hands through the gap, lifting our right leg, grabbing round the right thigh, getting a nice stretch on the outside of our left thigh and hip here. Again, if you want a deeper stretch, just gently pulling that knee closer to the chest ever so slightly, but making sure that our left knee doesn't come forward with it. Nice, keeping that back. One more breath here, inhale and exhale, and then gently lowering that right foot, followed by the left. Lovely. Drawing both knees into the chest now, and gently just rocking from side to side if that feels good, or just doing some little circles here just to release that lower spine. Lovely. Then bringing our hands out to the sides of us, we're going to gently lower our knees over to the right side of the body, both together, and we're going to look over our left shoulder for a final deep spinal stretch. Nice big inhale and exhale. Then gently bring the left knee back to the centre, followed by the right, and then bring both legs over to the left side of the body, looking over that right shoulder. Nice deep spinal stretch here. One more big breath, inhale and exhale. And then gently bring the right knee back to centre, followed by the left. Bring the hands round the legs, give it a nice little squeeze into the chest, And again, maybe just 1 or 2 more circles here. Bringing the chin to chest, drawing the forehead into the knees, giving one big final squeeze in the ball, and then we can either sit up or we can rock up to a seated position. Nice big inhale, drawing those arms up towards the sky, reaching through those fingertips again, remembering not to arch that spine, keep that pelvis tucked. And exhale, draw those hands down to the mat.